Hi, Assalamualaikum and very good morning all. Can I see your face?
Morning, doctor.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Quite fine. Kenapa tu Faris? Nak kata awal dah lambat dah, saya start ni lah pukul setengah ni. Okay, so please check your name in the folder. Okay, dah boleh add folder. Okay, thank you. Wait. Okay, 45% I forgot. Our class have 60%. Okay. We're still waiting for your friends. It's like, okay. Last week we learned about what is photography and parts of your camera, right?
Yes.
So today I'm going to share with you about today we're going to learn about exposure. Okay, exposure. Okay, so can you see?
Yes.
Okay, you can see my slide. Okay, so I did mention before that photography is about exposure, right? So today we're going to learn how to control the exposure. Okay, so we know that photography involves light. So today we're going to learn how to set up, to control your setting, your camera setting, so you can get your photo right. Okay. Okay, sorry. Okay, before we start, I want to ask. Sorry. I'm going to record this meeting. Okay, allow me to record this meeting. So before we start, may I ask you? Okay, let me ask. Go Yijiang. Go Yijiang. Go Yijiang. Not here. Zulmajdi. Zulmajdi. Not here. Wahidah?
Ya, Doktor.
Okay, Zul.
Ya.
Okay, Zul. Can you explain what is the function of aperture? Last week we learned about this, right? Camera part. So what is the function of aperture? Zul Majdi? Mana dah? Hilang dah. Okay, anyone? What is aperture? What is the function of aperture?
To control exposure.
To change the lens.
Control amount of light.
To control the
Control
amount.
exposure.
To control exposure, yes. To control the amount of light, yes. To change the lens, it's not wrong, but yes, it has related with lens. Okay, so different lens have a different focal length that can control your aperture. Okay, so lagi Wang Ning Ning. Wang Ning Ning. Gangguan siaran. Okay, Syafika. Nur Syafika.
Ya, saya, Doktor.
Okay, shutter. What is the function of shutter?
Shutter contain the time duration for which the image sensor.
Yes, good. Very good.
Thank
Okay. Ning Ning, can you hear me? No, we cannot hear you. Okay, so you understand what is shutter, you understand what is shutter. So today, we're going to learn about how to control your aperture and your shutter to get your beautiful picture. Okay. So knowing the exposure triangle. So why does it call triangle? Okay, because you know the aperture, shutter, but there is another one element, what we call is ISO. Okay. So as you can see here, referring to aperture, shutter speed, and ISO, there is indeed a triangular relationship among these three elements. See? Okay. So you have to control all these three elements to get a better photo. Okay. We have shutter speed. So you can see here from 1/250 to 1 second. ISO we have 100 to 6,400. Aperture f2.8 to f2.2. So basically, you can get the high amount of all this. Okay, it depends on your camera model. Okay, sometimes ISO you can go to 12,000. Shutter speed can go to 16 seconds. Okay, so it depends. Aperture depends on your lens. All this depends on your camera. Okay. So, okay, it's okay, Ning Ning. It's okay. Okay, so for exposure is the final result, okay, of any given amount of light that is collected by camera image sensor. So for if the shot is overexposed, it will be overlight bright. Okay, sometimes you see that the picture is too bright, okay, or wash out. Okay, if it's too white, you cannot see what is the subject. Or if it was underexposed, it will be dark and you are confused what is the subject. Okay, you cannot see the subject clearly. Okay, so a correct exposure in one that achieves the right balance of shadow, highlights, and detail. So you have to control all these three elements to get the best exposure. So to get the better quality of photo. Oh, sorry. So this. Okay. Hayatna. Okay, this picture over ke under?
Underexposed. Okay.
Yes, correct. Underexposed. Okay, so this is the diagram. If you look at your camera DSLR, okay, for those who have camera, you can put it beside you so we can check this, okay? So this is proper. Okay, so this underexposure. So the diagram tend to be on the left, okay? So overexposed, the reading meter is more to the right. Okay, so this is the medium. This is the right balance of exposure. Okay. So can you still make a photo with over or underexposed setting? Haiza? Boleh tak agak-agak? Boleh? So have you ever noticed or take a photo where you want a picture of your face or your friend's face, but suddenly it was too dark? Okay, so it shows that the exposure is not right. Okay, so how to control it to make sure that you can get a clear image of your subject? Okay, so this is the example of underexposed. Okay, so here you still can get the underexposed image set with setting clear image. So what kind of picture this is that we call? Okay, this is not a shadow, but this is a silhouette. Okay, a silhouette. Okay, so this one is overexposed, but still, as you can see at the background, it is overexposed. Okay, so it tends to be washed out. It's too bright. But then, because you can control the the exposure, okay, you focus on this image, then the reading will be focused on this face, then you can get a better photo. Okay, okay, this one is my son. Okay, ignore all the messy in the photo. Okay, so this is underexposed. Okay, as you can see, it is underexposed. But still, how to control it? You can control the exposure in your phone or your camera. Okay, so this is the reading. Okay, aperture 1.8, ISO 400, exposure time 4 seconds. Okay, so we will learn about this in this class today. Okay, how to control your aperture, how to use the right aperture, right ISO, and right exposure time. Okay. Okay, this one, a silhouette. Okay. So 2.4, ISO 50, and exposure time 1/1000 second, 11,000 second. Okay. So how to know your camera controls? Okay, so let's learn about the aperture and all stuff. Okay, so this is aperture. You have to understand this, okay? Aperture is a quasi-circular opening of lens, okay? The opening of lens. Big, larger, smaller, okay? The opening can be adjusted to allow variable amounts of light to reach the camera sensor. Okay, so your friends have answered the question that I asked you before. What is the aperture? So you control the light amount that enter to reach the image sensor. Okay. The larger the opening, the more lights get into the camera. Okay. So the larger, more lights. Smaller the opening, less light. Okay, but can you see when it is larger, the picture is, you get the blur at the background, but for the smaller aperture, the picture is more clearer, right? Okay, so that is the function of aperture. Okay, it is to focus, it is to give, what you say, the clear image of your subject. Okay, so remember, the larger aperture doesn't mean the number of aperture is bigger. Okay, but the larger aperture, smaller number, it has smaller number. See, large f1.4, small f22. Okay, so you have to remember, larger, smaller. Okay, larger, smaller. Look at the number. Okay, so wide, narrow. So in practical terms, aperture or we call it f-stops, plays an important role in determining of how much of the scene is in focus. Okay, larger aperture cause a small portion of a scene in a focus. Meanwhile, smaller aperture leads to more of a scene in a focus. Okay, so this is fact now as known as depth of field, DOF. Okay, so distance also important in depth of field. Okay, so as you can see, in larger aperture, it is more brighter, it is more shallow. So this is what we call greater depth of field. Okay, but this one, the depth of field is not greater compared to the larger aperture. Okay, so have you ever noticed that when you are taking a picture, okay, so when you focus on, let's say, there's two things here, can then my finger is your camera. So when you focus at the rubber here, the subject in front, the background is going to be blur, right? Yeah. So that is what we call depth of field. Okay. So if you focus on the background, the image in front of the camera is blur. Okay. So it is depth of field. Okay. So if you have a larger aperture, then you can get the blur image. I mean, great depth of field. But if you have smaller aperture, you will get a clean image. Okay, no depth of field. Okay. Okay, so this is an example. As you can see, the subject is sharp. I use 1.5, the ISO 50, and the exposure time is 1/2005. Okay, but the background is blur, right? Okay, compared to this, okay, aperture is 2.2. Okay, ISO still, exposure time is okay. So you can see that there is no depth of field, and the subject is not close to your camera. It's not close to your lens, so you cannot get the effect of depth of field. Okay, so if you want to get the effect of depth of field, you have to make sure that your subject is close to your lens. Okay, so if the subject is far from the lens, then you cannot get the depth of field effect. Okay, so distance play an important role. So any questions on aperture? No? So we go to shutter speed. Okay, so shutter speed, sorry. It controls how long the sensor is exposed to the light. Okay, while aperture control the amount of light, shutter speed control how long. Okay, berapa lama. Okay, the longer the shutter is open, okay, remember I showed you last week how shutter look like. Okay, the more lights reach the sensor. Okay, so technically expressed in fraction of a second, 1/4. This is we call slow shutter speed, 1/1000 fast shutter speed. Okay, and for shutter speeds of 1 second and slower, okay, second symbol, this one, this one. So this one means 1 second, 4 second, okay, 16 second. If there is a symbol like this is the symbol of second. Okay, so you can see this display on your LCD camera or in your phone. Okay, maybe you can open your camera so you can see what it look like. So you can have when you open your camera, you have maybe photo mode, video mode, right? So try go to pro mode or manual mode. Then you can see you can control the aperture, you can control the ISO. So try to play with that. Okay. So my phone, I cannot control the shutter speed. I just can control the ISO, aperture, and the white balance, and also the metering and the focusing. Okay. So try to play with your phone. Okay. And if who has a camera, try to put your camera on manual setting and try to adjust the shutter speed and aperture. Okay, try. So this is how do you read the shutter speed. Okay. Okay, Carissa. Okay, how you read this? This one. How long the exposure?
2 seconds.
Yes, 2 seconds. Good. So it is slower. 2 seconds. 1, 2. So you have to hold your camera for 2 seconds before it capture. Right. So sometimes remember, have you noticed that when you take a picture in a dark environment, in the dark space, you have to hold like a few seconds before the shutter close, right? If you move your hand, then your image will be blurred, right? So that's how you read. Okay, and this is 1/1000 freeze motion. Shutter speed motion, slower, then you get the blurry image. Faster shutter speed, you get the freeze image. Okay. See. Okay, so this is another example. Fast shutter speed, medium, and slow shutter speed. Okay, you cannot get the clear image. Okay, it's a blur compared to this. Okay, this is you can have this. For moving subject, you use under 1 second. Okay, so for creative blur, you use more than 1 second. Okay. Okay, so in this picture, do you think it's fast shutter speed or slow shutter speed? Liana?
Fast.
Yes, fast. It is fast shutter speed. So you have exposure time 1/100. So it is less than 1 second. Okay. Okay, this one. Amirul. Samuel? Samuel? Tak ada juga. Ras Ubaidah?
Ada doktor.
Okay. So ni fast ke slow shutter speed?
Fast.
Yakin?
Dia
Ya kot.
ikut dah.
Okay. Terima kasih.
Sama.
Okay. This one is slow shutter speed. See? 5 second. Okay. 5 second. Yang tadi tu the previous picture 1/1000. It's less than 1 second. But this one is 5 second. Okay. So you can play with that. Try to use, this one I use handphone only. So you can try play with your phone, night, do some light painting. Okay. Okay, like this one, light painting. Okay, this one is slow shutter speed. Okay, so now we go to ISO. So before we go to ISO, any questions on shutter speed? No? Okay, so we go to ISO. The third element on exposure triangle. So ISO is a part of the exposure triangle. Okay, it helps to find a balance with the other two components, which is aperture and shutter. It is to measure of how sensitive the camera sensor to light. So when you have low ISO, the greater the amount of light needed. Okay? Or more time the lights need. Okay? Shutter speed to contact the sensor. Meanwhile, so when you want to play with ISO, it's kind of tricky because if you use too little sensitivity, you will get dark image. High sensitivity, you will get noise in your photo. So maybe when you want, usually you use this ISO when you are in a dark place. Okay, so usually at dark place you will raise your ISO to 800, 600. So on that time you will get the picture where you will find that your picture has like the grainy. Yeah. So yes, this is the part of ISO, the tricky part. Okay, so if you're shooting outdoor on a sunny day, you will generally facilitate low ISO such as 100 or 200. Okay, so if you are manually setting your camera, try to make it ready to 100 or 200 ISO. Okay, play with it. Just stay with it until when you have to shoot in a dark or the place where you have low light. Okay, such as indoor or night. Okay, so you have to boost the ISO to 800 or 1200. Okay, it depends. Sometimes the camera model have like 2400 ISO, 12,000. Yes, you can go. So if you have camera, try to understand how far you can go, how far ISO you can go. Okay, how far that your camera can get a better photo with high ISO without grainy. Okay. Faham tak? Okay. Sorry. Okay, so this is the example. Same shutter speed and aperture, different ISO. So this is 100. This is 1000, 200 ISO, and this is 800 ISO. So you will get more silhouette in here, but it's more darker. This one is, but at the end it depends on you what kind of photo that you want. Okay. Okay, so here low ISO with high ISO, you can see the difference. Okay, this one is more clean, but on the right, like 6400, you get more grainy. Okay, maybe you sometimes get this kind of photo bila you ada grainy in your picture. Sarah Alisa, kenapa no? Apa yang no?
Oh, tu soalan sebelum tadi.
Oh, yang mana yang tadi? Shutter.
Ya.
Oh, pasal soalan. Sorry, terlepas pandang. Okay. Jangan nanti kita pusing balik, okay? Sebelum kita ni. Okay, so high ISO, low ISO. Low ISO, more cleaner. ISO, you have lots of grainy. Okay, so you can see the difference. Okay, this is I'm trying to capture a picture of star using so you can see the difference. Also, basically these two different photo at the same spot with different exposure. So this one is more clear lah, but they're not sharp enough because I just use my hand, no tripod or whatever. So the exposure, as you can see, this one is 1.5, 640, and this I use it 4 seconds. Meanwhile, this one 1.5 ISO, 100 exposure time 10 seconds. Okay, this I manually setting in my phone. So I choose the professional mode and then I play with the exposure and the aperture. Okay, so maybe tonight you can try. Okay, take the picture of star. Okay, I believe it's quite tricky when you live with the environment that has a lot of light, you know, jalan-jalan tu kan, banyak lampu jalan. So yeah, try lah. It's fun actually. Okay. So for those who have camera, DSLR camera, yes, please fully utilize your camera. Okay, please take a picture and try to play with your camera, explore your camera. Okay, I know maybe some of you already know about this, but yes, please understand your camera more. Okay, so this is the exposure triangle. Okay, so you can see shallow depth of field, larger aperture. Okay, deep depth of field, smaller aperture. Okay, so more motion blur, less than, you know, more near to 1 second, but less motion blur, less motion blur is less than 1 second. Okay, and this is ISO, sensor sensitivity. So Alisa, Azmi, apa soalan tadi? What's your questions? Oh, Syafiq Hakimi, dia ada share gambar. Wah, Syafiq, awak ambil gambar pakai apa? Kamera ke phone?
Guna phone je.
So you use manual setting or auto?
Manual exposure 15 to 60 seconds like that.
Nah, good. Picture, nice picture. So, mana awak ambil gambar tu?
Tu dekat dalam hutan lah.
Hutan So, tak ada lampu menarik lah kan?
Yep.
Senang
Kalau
nak.
dekat bandar ke pun memang kat UPM memang susah.
Yes, of course lah. You know, too much exposure, your picture will be overexposed. Okay, sometimes. So, that's the trickiest part lah. Okay. Good. Okay, Alisa. Sorry. Apa soalan tadi? Mana yang tak faham?
Tak faham.
Faham dah? Okay. So, understand this topic?
Yes, doctor.
All of you?
Yes.
Yes, Doctor.
Yes, Doctor.
So, okay. I want to give you an assignment. Ready? This is your first assignment. Ta-da! Okay. Your first assignment for today. So please take a picture that applies this aperture, which is large, medium, small. Here what I mean is 3 different picture. Okay, so let's say you want to take a picture of your house. Okay, let's say your house. So that is first picture, so first subject. Okay, so you have to play with large aperture, medium aperture, and small aperture. Okay, that is one picture. A second subject, second picture, you have to find another subject. Okay, understand? So meaning that you have total of 3 kali 3, 9 lah. 9 picture for this first thing, aperture. Okay. So same like shutter speed, ISO. So 3 different picture with different setting for each subject. Okay. Okay. Let's say for those who have camera, please use your camera. Okay. Let's say you don't have camera, so please use your phone. Okay, let's say your phone model doesn't have the professional mode, manual mode, but I believe most of you have. Okay, but let's say you don't have. Okay, so for aperture, try to apply the distance. You know what I mean? You play with the distance of the subject. Okay. Oh, iPhone doesn't have any? You got? Oh, sorry, I tak tahu.
If iPhone, you can download another app.
Okay, Shafiq, please share what do you know about this? I don't know.
Just type in the app store like manual camera, something like that.
Okay, can you tulis dekat chat tu?
Doktor,
Yeah.
macam handphone saya kalau full, dia ada ISO ada, tapi sebelah kanan WB, sebelah kiri tambah tolak bulat. Itu WB
Okay.
tu apa dia ke?
WB tu white balance.
White
Okay.
balance, okay.
Tambah tolak tu shutter speed. Cuba awak awak tekan yang tambah tolak tu, apa yang keluar?
Wait, dia ada
Usually
dia keluar macam negatif 1, negatif 2, positif 1, positif 2, itu saja.
okay, that is shutter speed.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so if for aperture you have F.
White balance is not aperture lah.
No, white balance tu it's just like you the color of the or the tone of your picture. You boleh try lah.
So kalau nak effect aperture, so saya kena adjust dekat jauh je lah, betul?
Yes.
Okay.
So if you boleh download apps yang siapa Syafiq cakap ni, download lah. Okay? Tak apa, share. Please share. Okay, so this is your assignment. Right? Okay. Any questions on assignment?
Doktor.
Okay. Okay, so for your assignment, this is how you to submit. Okay, how you to submit, how you want to submit your assignment. Okay, before that, do you know how to read your data on your picture? Your as if data, we call it as if data. Do you know how to read your as if data? You know, when you take a picture, do you know how to read what is the aperture? This is after you take a picture. You know, the data of your picture. Do you know? No. Okay, so for those who don't know, so let's say you pick one picture, okay? You pick one picture, okay, then you can pick on the setting or details, then it will show, okay? What is the aperture, your focal length, okay? So, for your assignment, okay, each picture that you take, let's say on aperture large, so you have to put the detail on your picture for each photo. Okay. So how you want to submit your apa ni? Your assignment is, okay, let me show you. Okay, so okay, you open your okay. So you open your Word, okay, your Word. Then you insert picture. Okay, let's say your picture, the picture that you take. Say, ni malu ya. Okay, let's say this picture. Okay, okay. Picture. Okay, so picture and then you put the detail anywhere here. Okay, beside or under. Okay. Okay. So this is your first assignment. So your file name should be first assignment. Okay. Alright. Understand? And after you save all you done your assignment, please upload at the Google Drive. Okay. So please upload at the Google Drive that I share with you the link previous. Okay. Understand? Your assignment upload in your folder in your Google Drive. Okay. So with the folder name, new folder, okay. Each assignment with a new folder, okay. So this one you create first assignment. Okay. First assignment. Folder name. What time of November Okay. Mana tadi? Why? Kenapa Hazmi? Kenapa Friday? Wait. I cannot share. Ayo. Wait. Friday, send on Friday. Doktor, guna subjek yang sama boleh ke? Macam Wait. My laptop having a problem here. You have to use different subject. Okay, awak kena guna gambar yang berbeza. Saya minta 3 kan, macam 3 aperture. So you kena guna 3 subjek. Katalah subjek first, untuk large aperture, medium aperture, small aperture. Okay, itu first subjek. Lepas tu second subjek, buat lagi benda yang sama, ulang. No, you have to choose 3 subject. Okay. Each subject, you have to complete all the elements. Okay, let's say you want to take a picture of your cats. Okay, so this first subject, your cat subject, your cats you have to apply the large, medium, and small shutter, small aperture. Okay, so done. First subject. Second subject, you want to take a picture of your house. You apply all these aperture. Okay, so you say for ISO semua tu kan, second for ISO, third for shutter, like that. Bukan. Faham tak? Can you understand? Faham tak? Can you understand?
So doktor, number 1 kita control the aperture kan. So we have to use same subject with different aperture, right?
Yes, okay.
And then the
Same
second
subject.
one,
Lepas tu kena tambah lagi juga. Faham tak?
can you repeat back?
Okay. I'm bad at explaining. Okay, wait. Wait let me share my ni saya punya slide tadi. Okay. For aperture. Okay. Number 1. Okay, for aperture you have to take for large aperture, medium aperture, small aperture, right? So you have to pick 3 subjects. Okay, 3 subjects that have all this large, medium, small. Okay, let's say katalah Okay. Let's say you want to take a picture of a cat, your cat. Okay, this is your first subject. Okay, your first subject, so you have to apply this large, medium, small aperture. Done first subject. Okay, then your second subject is your house. Okay, so you have to apply all this large, medium, small aperture. Okay, so now you have two subjects, right? Okay, so the subject for aperture, let's say you want to take a picture of your shoes. Okay, so you apply all this large, medium, small. So now you have three subject. Okay, three subject for aperture with all this. Okay, I got example. I don't have example. Okay, so for shutters,
Maksudnya doktor, satu kategori tu 9 gambar.
yes.
So total semua 27 lah macam tu.
Yo. So total picture for all is 27. Okay. 9 darab 3. Dah keluar matematik pula. Okay, understand?
Doktor,
Yo.
kan tadi kakak gambar kucing untuk aperture. And then for shutter speed also use cat boleh kan? Tu kena cari subjek lain juga.
Menarik kalau boleh guna subjek lain. Tapi kalau you tak ada subjek dah, tak apa, bolehlah pakai. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Boleh lah. Ni malas ni Okay. Show when thing. Okay, 9 for the number 1. Okay, aperture 9 picture. Shutter speed 9 picture. ISO 9 picture. So total all of this is 27 picture. Okay? Show when thing, understand? Okay. So due date 6 November. Siapa tadi cakap kenapa? Why? Kenapa hari Jumaat? Nak hantar esok ke?
6 November Friday.
Friday. 6 November Friday.
Doctor, can we extend the due date?
When?
Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday, Sunday.
Because all the subjects has assignments on 6 November is the due date as well.
Oh ya ke?
For me, like I don't know about others.
Okay. Saya tak nak kejam, tapi nak juga. Because if you late submit your assignment, you have another assignment another week. Okay? Understand? But okay lah, saya ni baik kan. So I give you until 7 November Saturday. Okay?
Thank you, Doctor.
Okay. 7 Saturday and what PM? 11 PM. Yeah. 11 PM Saturday. Nanti later I will upload this slide into Putra Blast. Okay. Yes. Don't forget to write your name. Wait. Nanti dulu. Okay. So I will upload this slide on Putra Blast, and I will upload also the cheat sheet. Okay. All the triangle exposure, so you can download from there. So I hope you can understand and play with your camera, play with the exposure. Okay, so you know the function of ISO, aperture, and shutter speed. Okay. So, any questions on this topic? On your assignment? Ada soalan lagi?
Ada.
Tak ada. So each have 3 different photos, am I right? So
Doctor?
yes?
I want to ask that it can be a different subject or
Yes, you can be a different subject. Should be a different subject. So you have 3, right? 3 subject for aperture, 3 subject for shutter speed. Okay.
thank you.
So Zhang Menji, yes. Each subject have 3 different photos. Yes. Welcome. So, kalau tak ada soalan, please write your name. For your attendance, please write your name.
Doctor, is it each subject 3 different photos or 9 different photos? Because there are 3, right? 3 subjects.
Three subject.
And we have to do 27 photos, right?
You have to,
So 9 photo for each subject, right?
yes. No, 3 subject. Yes, 9 photo for each subject.
Okay.
Okay, so you upload your assignment on your folder in a Google Drive that I shared with you. Okay. But if you have, you don't understand, yes, you can just ask me anytime. Okay. And don't forget to write your attendance at Putra Blast. So, any questions? Yeah. Okay, please write your name, mark your attendance at Putra Blast. So I think that's all for today. You have your name, right? Don't forget to mark attendance at Putra Blast. So if there's no question or anything, I think that's all for today. Okay. So see you on Tuesday.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Doctor.
Doktor. Assalamualaikum.
Welcome. Salam.
Doktor. Thank you, Doktor.
Thank you, Doctor.
Welcome.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Doctor.